Welcome to World Talks on TVP World. I'm your host, Marie Casey. We are in Sopot at the European Financial Congress, and we're going to be touching on defense issues and primarily Poland's defense needs, which are huge, estimated to be at about 500 billion euros for the next few years. And we don't want to just talk about weapons procurement. It's a much more multifaceted issue. And this is why we're going to be talking to Mikołaj Raczyński, the Vice President of the Management Board at the Polish Development Fund. Hello, and thank you for joining us.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
So you have a new program. It's called the Deep Tech Investment Program. It's a very interesting combination of private and public funds. So tell us about that and your vision behind this idea.
Yeah, it's a strategic initiative which is designed in a way that we should develop organically in the country defense technology. Because we are spending as a country almost 5% of GDP on ammunition, tanks, but right now it's also about the technology. So we are trying to find a way how to support local startups, entrepreneurs, engineers in developing new defense technology, deep tech. So the technology which is very close to like scientific, which could work both in a civil world and in a defense world, so dual-use technologies.
And can you tell us a little bit more about how deep tech is now playing a larger role when it comes to military defense?
Well, we all see what is happening in Ukraine. I mean, the drone attacks. This is all it's about. I mean, when we're talking about deep tech, it's drones, it's AI, it's satellites, it's a lot of when right now the war is winning or losing. So if we want to have strong defense capabilities as a country, we also need to invest in the technologies like this.
And why are you investing in deep tech? Is this your suggestion as the Polish Development Fund? Is this where investors should now be heading?
Yeah, exactly. We see a great opportunity right now to support that kind of businesses because being close to the conflict, being close to Ukraine, we have a very good chance to try these new technologies just close to the war. And we have very excellent engineers, entrepreneurs. What is lacking is the pool of available capital. And usually, the private capital is not really willing to fund those activities because they are high risk. It's probably even more riskier than the pure venture capital, long-term horizon, and non-linear path of investment returns. So it's a perfect match for a public institution as us to match with private capital and invest in startups like this.
So the total amount of funds that have been put together, can you tell us about that?
It's 150 million euros altogether, which half will come from the PFR sources.
And in terms of the contributions that you might be making to Poland's defense needs, how much would that be and how soon?
I mean, usually venture capital, it's 5, 8, 10 years between just developing technology and launching a pure commercial business. That's why we are hoping that we can see some new companies emerging from this program in 5, 7, 10 years. The way how we operate is we put money to local venture capital funds, building local capital markets, and then those funds make a decision where put their money, both from the PFR sources and private money, to which startups they want to invest, which technologies they want to support, willing to, at the end of the day, make investment returns.
Is this a sort of endeavor, do you think, that might actually attract more investment from abroad, that it might be an opportunity for Polish companies and foreign companies to collaborate and to develop actually Polish expertise in this particular area?
Exactly. I think everyone around the world see what is happening here in Europe, here in Poland. Very high defense spending, as we described. A lot of this in traditional defense, but also around that ecosystem is happening the tech. That's how internet was developed many years ago. That's how Silicon Valley was created during Vietnam War. The wartime activities develop spirit of new technologies, and that we are hoping to achieve here in Poland, to Poland be a new hub for defense tech.
And if I understand correctly, you're also cooperating with the Ministry of Defense on this endeavor.
Yes, exactly. What we are hoping is to create some kind of a advisory committee which will just tell more to the venture capital fund, to the startups, what they think about the technology, but it will be just purely advising them what they think about what they are doing.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of developing sort of Poland's expertise to be a sort of leader in deep tech, how long do you think that might take?
Well, as I described, I think that the time is now. We are seeing a lot of activities, young entrepreneurs, engineers being close to Ukrainian friends, mix of the teams, Polish, Ukrainian, thinking about new drones, new cybersecurity, coding, programming. This is happening now. What they need is capital to scale the business. Mm-hmm. So if we provide some capital, I think we can see some of those startups emerging into round B, round C in an investing path and making commercial businesses in a couple of years forward.
And what kind of profits can we expect to see from this sort of initiative?
I mean, usually venture capital funds are double digits, 12-15% return from investment activities purely, but we need to remember that it's also a strategic return for the country, for the society as a whole, that we are developing this technology here in Poland. So not only investment return, but also some kind of a strategic return.
Absolutely. And how would you assess the defense endeavors in all of Europe? I mean, it's a number one priority at the moment for Europe. A lot of effort is being made to unite all member states in the EU to work together to strengthen Europe's position in general. There is a lending facility, SAFE, that has been adopted by EU member states now. Do you think that the efforts that are being made, do you think the political will is strong enough? How do you see that? Because obviously you're very much involved in defense right now.
Yeah, I think there is a great chance for Europe to move forward in defense capabilities. I mean, last 20 years it was like a peacetime in Europe. Everyone focused on other issues, so we need to catch up. We are early. I don't like to use the word late, but we're early in that. But there is a great chance in that, especially developing local European technology, because we spend a lot as a country. We spend a lot as a European Union on defense, and we will be doing it in the years forward. But the smartest way is spending those money in-house, here in Europe, here in Poland, to not just buy foreign stuff, but develop the ecosystem, the technology here in Europe.
You wrote a very interesting opinion piece where you hinted at that the world order is changing very much, that things are definitely, our focus has to change on where we invest, where the powers lie, that politics is not the way that it used to be, trade is also changing. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, the geopolitics changed. We all see it. So like I would say 5-10 years ago, when you assess your investment return, where do you invest? It was all about efficiency, about investment returns. Right now, everyone is adding those geopolitics to business decisions. Where we buy, from whom we cooperate. Is the technology from Europe? Is it from China? Is it from United States? Is it from Middle East? All these things are getting more importance. And this is how the world is changing. It's not only about being efficient, but it's being resilient, and at the end of the day, where the technology comes.
Okay. Mikołaj Raczyński, Vice President of the Management Board at the Polish Development Fund. Thank you so much for joining us today on World Talks. And thank you so much for joining us here, viewers at TVP World. We are at Sopot at the European Financial Congress. Thanks so much for joining us, and stay tuned for more exclusive talks. I'm Marie Cato.